start with a question. How many of you have experienced it before to travel or to live in a city or country which is different than where you were raised? Oh, almost everyone. So I can imagine that most of you had this reaction before, like, oh, we do that differently in my country. Or this reaction, like, I didn't even know that such thing could exist. This was the reaction of one of my friends when I was showing him burkinis, which is a swimming suit like bikinis, but for hijabis. So many of us have called others different, and many have been called different by other people. Experiencing that over and over made my mind stretching more and more in order to widen the department of diversity. I have been here for 9 months now in Germany, and while experiencing the diversity concept, I come up with an observation that the perception of diversity takes 3 phases. And because you are lucky enough to hear my speech today, so I will share them with you tonight. The first phase is you feel that everyone else is extraterrestrial. Yes. I was born and raised in Tunisia, and now evaluating my old personalities, I kind of feel that I was subconsciously thinking that Tunisia is the center of the world. Tunisia is even the Earth. Meanwhile, all the rest came from exoplanets. So then you get the time to, and you start to, then I started to label persons and their behaviors and everything happening around me in Germany with 2 labels. One is weird and the other is normal, according to me. So, for example, it's weird if you really find the food without spices tasty. But it is really normal when you spend a lot of time cooking couscous, the right one, not the one that you find in the supermarket. I find weird if, in order to meet a friend, you need to make an appointment with him before 1 month. And it's really normal for me. Whenever I want to meet him or her, I would pick up the phone. Hey, Sarah, let's meet after 1 hour. Then I get bored with this labeling game. So I went to the next stage, which is the second phase. After a while, you feel that you are the true extraterrestrial person. After having a lot of conversations with people, having they comment your behaviors, your beliefs, how you do things, you start to evaluate yourself and think, maybe I was doing it wrong the whole of my life. And you start to think, maybe it is time to change to upgrade to the next way. So you find yourself falling in love with how do the others that you used to call extraterrestrial, you end up adopting some of their habits. After a while, then you upgrade to the 3rd phase, which is, okay, in the beginning, I thought that all of them are extraterrestrial. Then, I found out that I am the true extraterrestrial. Haha! I come up to conclusion. All of us extraterrestrial. I mean, we are the same. All of us are the same. I started to feel that whenever someone is sharing with me a personal experience, when someone tells me about what he or she feels about an incident or something, one of those moments was here in Toastmaster. It was my first visit. We went downstairs to drink something, and then Paula started to talk about her experience with her son. And I was interacting with her and giving some ideas, maybe because of that, maybe because of that. And the reason why why I was able to interact with her, not because I studied psychology, but because I had the same experience with my younger brother. And then, suddenly, all the sound in the room went quiet to let the sound in my head speak. Hey, Randa, you see? Mother is mother. In USA, with the American dream, this fancy word that we used to hear in series and movie and advertisement, and Tunisia, the small country, relatively poor and catastrophically chaotic, still with all those differences, Paula and my mother share the same feelings toward their kids. They have the same fears and the same motivation. So, thank you, Paula, for letting me recognize that. And I experienced that again and again with a lot of other persons. It was with my friend Sofia. She is from Uruguay. When she was sharing with me her feeling of nostalgia toward her parents, it was the same love and pain that I experience every day. I felt it again with Ashwin, a friend from India, when he was talking with me about his passion to learn more and more, know more and more, and experience more and more. It was the same wild spirit that drives me every day to wake up and challenge the life again. And so for that, after going through all those three phases, dear Toastmasters, dear guests, dear friend, I would like to tell you that whenever you go to a new place and whenever you meet new people and you feel that they are extraterrestrial, then keep in mind that feel the same towards you. This makes us under the same category, which is we are all extraterrestrial, because as much as we are different, we are the same sensitive human being. Thank you.